Hi Libra, welcome to your October 2019 new love reading. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the link to the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to Heidi. It might be Simons, but I don't know. I have spelled it. It's also her channel name, and I don't want to butcher it. It's spelled uniquely, so I'll just Heidi S. Much love and support to her. Check her out. Show her some love and support yourself if you like what she has to say. This is intended to be a romantic love reading, obviously, but it may resonate in other areas of your life. May resonate in other areas of your life. Can't talk. All right, let's do this. All right, for Libra. All right, for Libra. I can't even talk while doing this because it affects it. All right, shutting up. Okay, it's going to the right. So I'm going to come over here. And here he comes. So it feels like it's... Okay, I'm going to go right here then, because it feels like it's going over even more. So, which is it? It's pulling that way. All right. King of Wands it is. Sagittarius. So, that goes there. I have pre-shuffled. Thank you very much. I'll do it one more time. All right, Libra, new love for Libra. New love for Libra. All right, Libra. This could be a new love situation, or it could be a new development in your current situation. Forgot to mention that. All right, so we've got the Two of Wands, the King of Wands, interesting. Six of Cups, Four of Swords, Seven of Cups, Page of Swords, the Fool, and the Emperor. All right, let me get the little guys here. Let's see. Grab two. All right, so we got Sagittarius and Aries that you could be dealing with, Libra. All right, so we've got, oh yeah. All right, this could be somebody that you are already familiar with, that you know, that you've been going back and forth with. It could be that this is somebody from your past circling back around again. Maybe you two have taken a break. Yeah, so this might not be a new love. This might be somebody coming back around again. All right. All right, what's this Six of Cups about? The Six of Cups about. The Star, so that could be Aquarius. What's this Four of Swords about for Libra? Two of Cups. Okay, what's this Seven of Cups about for Libra? Seven of Cups about for Libra. So someone's at the crossroads here. This is a Magician, could be Gemini, Virgo, or Aries for me. Page of Swords. Two of Swords. This is supposed to be a new love reading, and yet you're dealing with somebody from your past that you two are going back and forth, and it's all about, you know, if I'm honest, it feels like you shouldn't make any big decisions right now. It feels like either you or your person has a lot on their plate, and I say your person because this is somebody you know. This is someone that you have that's coming back around again, and it's almost like there's a lot going on, so you two are kind of in quiet mode, like in stand down mode, and don't make any decisions. You go here, I go here, and we might talk a little bit, but we're not going to be involved like we were because somebody needs space. Somebody's got a lot going on, and yet there's this deep abiding connection here. And it's almost like there's this wish for it to be more, but there's just too much going on right now. And okay, so is it that you meet someone while you're abroad? Is this somebody online? Got a couple of swords here. What's this fool about? Oh, what's this fool about? Is it that, not that you meet somebody abroad, is this somebody that has moved away? Is this it's somebody that you has moved away, or you travel to see, somebody that is at a distance? This is somebody, though, that you are familiar with and that has been in your life before. This is coming back around again. So this is a new situation with a known or familiar person. And the thing is that as soon as you see them again, the feelings pick back up again. And while you might be really into it, they need a break. They've got a lot going on, more so than you know. So there's somebody that has moved away, or you've moved away. There's distance is an issue here. And there's some kind of reunion or visit, or planning for one. And it could be that you two reach out online, or that you've been talking online. Online correspondence is featured here. And then you decide to meet. And because of that, feelings come rushing back in. And then it's like, well, what do we do now? What do we do now? And your person is like, I've got a lot going on. I need to stand down from this. I can't. And so then it's about you basically kind of being in separation and doing your own thing while you're in separation with this person. But both of you feel this connection, but your person has a lot going on that they don't quite know how to incorporate this with you, with that, whatever that is. And it feels like life stuff. It doesn't feel like another relationship. So this is someone that you, because we got the Magician and the King of Wands here, and it feels like someone is really trying to get their future sorted, get their life going, has got a lot going on already. And they just don't want a really dynamic connection getting in the way of that. They've got stuff they got to take care of right now, but they feel the same. It's just that they're not allowing this to be right now, and it's them, not you. They just don't want that. They don't want the connection right now, and they might agree to keep in touch and to but they don't want any big major life changes right now. Even though they feel this really dynamic, strong connection, it's just going to complicate things. This is somebody that's pretty driven. So they're pretty ambitious, pretty driven. This could be male or female, but just know that this is someone that's, when the time is right for you two to be together, then it's going to be, this person will be fully committed. This is someone that does things with conviction. This is not somebody that's just kind of figuring things out as they go. This is someone that has a plan, has conviction, and they're wanting to get certain things underway before they get other things underway. And you're part of those other things underway. But once it happens, it's going to be like gangbusters. But until then, this is you kind of flying solo and just keeping yourself, I want to say contained. Just keeping yourself doing what you're doing and keep moving forward. Keep about your daily life. Don't let this distract you. It's very important for you to stay focused and grounded also, even though you kind of got this percolating in the background. It is just simply not the time for this yet, but it's not that it can't be at all. It's just right now is not the time. Honestly, it feels like March or April before this is going to take off. Some of you might not want to wait, but with the connection, the way it feels here, with the connection and the way the camera just turned off, the way it feels with what's represented here, this is a very deep, abiding connection. This is somebody that you at least feel like you would wait for a long time for. And their intention also is that when they get their business sorted, when things are up and running, they want to return to this, but they don't want to, it's like this has here, they don't want to combine the two or mix the two. So this is you wishing for more, but having to wait if you so choose. It's going to be up to you. But whatever you decide to do, it's important that you stay grounded and that you keep to your life, your schedule, your stuff, and your priorities, that this doesn't sideline you and you get kind of lost in the hopes and the wishful thinking and the fantasy of it. And, oh, it's going to be so great when, right. But that's then, this is now, and this is about staying focused, because there's a real propensity for you to want to make some changes to, and I'm not saying this isn't, sister talk or anything. This is what's showing here. It's almost like, well, if they won't come to you, you'd be willing to go to them. It's not the time for that. There might be the time for that later, but now is not the time for you or this person to make any big decisions or changes. All right. Okay. Okay. So it's there, but it's inaccessible. If that is absolutely no consolation, right? It's there, it's just inaccessible. You've got some distance between you. You've got someone wanting to really tend to a few things in their own life. This is somebody familiar to you that's coming back around again. It's going to be minimal, light communication, but they're going to be keeping tabs on you. But just, it's not going to go anywhere for a good 6 to 8 months. Okay. What else for... I was going to say Aries because I'm looking at Emperor. What else for Libra? Okay, so I don't know if you can see this because my viewfinder, the camera shut off. I mean, the thing shut off, so I'm just kind of flying blind here. This says the owl, wise seeing, wise action. Time to make wise decisions. Time to stay grounded and make wise decisions. To look at kind of... Owls, among other birds of prey, are also aerial strategists, right? And so this is about surveying the situation and being strategic about it, and being that just simply knowing, okay, now is the time for this, then being very organized about it. It's not the time to get lost in that wishful thinking. It's important actually for both of you to stay focused. It's going to be the next 6 months for your person is going to be really busy. The next 3 months for you is going to be really busy. For the Libras I'm reading for. Okay. What else? All right, let me see what this is here. Like I said, I'm flying blind here. I can't see. I'm hoping everything's under the camera. I mean, I can see that it is, but I can't see from the viewfinder. My neck's all craned over. That's for Libra. Face your fears. Release the power of fear. Yes, this is not the time to lose your head, run away with any of the same thing again. Just stay focused and grounded. This isn't about feeling like, oh, it's never, but this doesn't feel like you're fearful either. And honestly, when you are, that's when you hunker down and dig in and you do something so you don't sit around and fester in the fear, But this just feels like this is going to prompt you to be ultra focused. It doesn't feel like you're going to be wanting to chase after this person because you're afraid you're going to lose them. You, however, are more ready than they are. They're not ready yet. You are like, yes, oh, but wait, because they're not. So you're in more of a position to be flexible. They are not. It doesn't mean that that's going to let doubt or, wariness or anything like that creep in. It's simply a timing issue. And honestly, this doesn't feel like you're afraid at all. It doesn't feel like it doesn't speak to me, at least, about losing them or anything like that. And if you are, because this is kind of a timeout or a delay for you guys, you two, then when you do talk, well, I don't think, no, it's not time to bring it up. It's not. This is something you're going to have to contain under yourself. If any doubts you have, any misgivings, about this, honestly, this is not somebody you're going to be able to talk to about that, because they're so busy and they got something going on, and they don't want it to be to where, how much longer is it going to take? Like, they don't want any obligations. They don't want any strings like that, because their sole focus wants to be on whatever this is. It's not that they don't care, but they simply can't have the distraction. And so I could see now why, so you're ready, they are not. And they also don't want it to be like, well, when we get back together, because it's like, well, then why can't we now? Well, there's distance for one thing, and they got a lot going on. This is a very gray area. And it's any fears, any kind of you might have about this, that's the thing, right? Is about you either talking to your friends or containing it, being under yourself, because to go to this person about that, it's just going to kind of push things farther out, because they don't want the distraction and they don't want the emotional, I hate to say burden, but they don't want the heaviness emotionally. All right. And please understand, I'm not sitting there defending them or saying, but for whatever reason, they need to kind of shut whatever they have with you down for the time being. It is simply not the time for this, as far as they're thinking. You're ready, or at least more flexible. They are not. All right. What's this here? For Libra. It's very strange, because this is not like someone that just wants nothing to do. No, it's just that this is not the right time for it. And I can't tell why, other than business and just life happening and a lot going on. But there's a solid 6-month stretch where they are just like hitting the ground running, and they've got just so much going on. It's like chaos and calamity and busyness and business and solving problems, putting out fires, handling this, arranging that, organizing this, just lots of stuff. All right, what else for Libra? All right. Am I even okay, sorry. I pulled 2, so Knight of Cups and Knight of Swords. So we got Scorpio and Aquarius featured here also. And that could speak to the unexpected offer coming in, unexpected communication from somebody from your past. That could speak to wanting to hurry things along with this because of the way you feel about this person, but it would be ill-advised, because as quick as it would come in or quick as it would happen, you would go through this again with them, because it's just not the right time for it. There's something about, if you did that, it would be forcing it. So you do well to just leave things the way they are and kind of contain whatever issues you're having, because they're not one to go to about the issues either. And, it's kind of sounding like, well, this person's emotionally unavailable. And I hate to say that, but they kind of are. They want this to be a non-issue for what they're having to do. And maybe that puts you in a position of having to decide whether you want to continue kind of making space for this. It will, if you're wondering if it's going to happen, it will. It's just, you might, 6 to 8 months, you might be like, I have been waiting so dang long that if this and this and this, then... You know what I mean? Like, it might create obligation and then resentment. So I don't know. Everything's going to be different, because this is general, right? But for the Libras that I'm reading for some reason, you're okay with it. You've got some sort of agreement worked out. But as far as anything romantic taking place until then, no, it's just going to be probably online communication. It's for as quick as something flares up, it gets put back down, because this person doesn't want the distraction. And honestly, I don't feel like it's a marriage. I don't feel like it's other relationship. I feel like it's life. What else for Libra? What else for Libra? Gosh, I hope you can see all the Libra. All right, so we got 4 of, okay. 6 of Swords and 4 of, okay. So this is you. We got Emperor, 6 of Swords, not 4 of Swords. Emperor, 6 of Swords, and 4 of Pentacles, not 4 of Swords. So this is, for the time being right now, you not getting emotional about something, just kind of walking away and disengaging out of self-protection, being very like, okay, well, I'm just going to continue to do my daily life. I'm doing my thing. And this person circling back around, it was almost like, they come back in and reignite everything, and then they have to go away, and you're like, wait, oh, they're not available for talking about this. They've said how it needs to be. I either have to accept it or I have to move on. And I think that's what this is you figuring out what you want to do, whether you want to wait or if you want to make the drastic changes. And this is saying it is not about you moving to go to them. It is not about you changing anything about your life. It's about you standing your ground where you're at, and keeping everything about your life the same right now, keeping everything stable, doing what you always have done, doing what just you stay the course. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. This situation needs to be moved away from, especially emotionally, and put in its proper place on the shelf until such time to deal with it with this person again. But now is not the time, and it won't be until after March. So this is about you. It looks like right here, in light of all this, accepting that and disengaging unless there's light banter or conversation, but there's no pursuit of anything, because it seems that you're like, well, I'm not going to, we've got this self-protective, regaining control type of energy here. So while you might wish it was different, while you might internally feel like it's not something you and this person are going to discuss for a while. Okay, so that's very interesting, because this is all supposed to be like this new love, but you got somebody that the bond is there, but the time for it is not. I don't know why, but it's not. Well, I mean, I got an inkling, but this is all about future. This isn't, March until after March, April, May. Okay. All right, Libra. So the choice is yours, whether whatever agreement you're going to work out, but it's almost like you make an agreement, a tentative agreement, but then I can't tell if you're going to get, well, of course I can't, because it's going to be up to you. It's going to be your choice, and it's going to be, we're talking about 6 to 7 months here, and this is you kind of going back and forth between the two. Like, are we gonna, should I, shouldn't I, is this viable for me? Am I the type of person to wait? That sort of thing. It will after March, but then the choice will be yours. Some of you, well, everybody's going to do what they're going to do. It's your life, right? All right. Well, you hang in there and let wisdom, this 6 of Swords wisdom, take the place of any fear that you have. Someone had an acronym. What was it? False evidence appearing real, right? So hopefully you're able to have some people around you that support you, wise counsel with friends, to let wisdom and intuition and logic replace any fear that you have, and you feel like you're back in control of this situation, instead of kind of being swept away by emotions, being attached to somebody that you can't have, and the anguish that might cause. Let it be replaced by wisdom and wise counsel from friends, and being buoyed by friends that can counteract any negative feelings or any isolation you may want to start. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that to yourself. And if it gets to that point, this is not worth it then, isn't it? I mean, this is then we need some perspective. All right. So you just keep doing you and keep on the daily and doing what you're always been doing. And this is about you doing your thing and being in control of your life while they sort out their business. And then you get to deal with it in Marchish, April, and Mayish. March, April, or March, May, between the two. All right. I thank you for stopping by. I hope this recorded. I hope you could see everything. I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.